Wait, do not skip this message. Taurus, you did not find this video by chance. It is the exact moment in your cycle that brought you here today. I feel the heavy silence you have been carrying, a quiet space you created just to catch your breath. But someone outside of that space is watching you right now, and they are completely misunderstanding what they see. They see you alone, but they do not see the armor. And if you are going to understand what they want, we need to talk about why you built that wall. You isolated yourself to heal. You stopped over-explaining and simply started observing from a distance. The world looks at your silence and calls it loneliness. But this isolation is actually a karmic fortress, a necessary boundary you built to stop carrying energetic debts that were never yours to bear. To the people on the ground, the person in the high tower looks lonely and abandoned, but you are the only one who can see the whole horizon, spot the storms, and know exactly who is approaching before they even knock on the heavy door. You will discover who is watching you from a distance. You will understand the karmic reason why you had to build this wall of silence. You will find out what this person desperately wants to tell you. You will learn how to recognize if this communication is a karmic test or a genuine reward. And before this message closes, I will say a phrase about your life that you will carry with you for the next few months. Have you ever felt that heavy, invisible armor on your chest? As if you had to turn to stone just to keep people from taking pieces of you. As if something inside you firmly believed that being truly safe always meant being entirely alone. And what if this deep isolation is not just you shutting down, but a sign that the universe is actively clearing the noise so you can finally recognize the one connection worth your energy? While many look at you and see a lonely person, few realize that this silence carries a powerful energetic reset, a spiritual shield against old karmic leeches, and the ultimate preparation for a connection that actually respects your boundaries. But what if the great turning point is in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me. Why do certain areas of your life seem blocked, even when you are trying to do everything right? What if every time you gave too much and got empty hands in return, every time your fierce loyalty was taken for granted, every boundary you had to defend through tears, every night you chose silence over a painful argument, and this constant feeling of having to protect your own peace all by yourself were signs of a karmic debt that you postponed for too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret, Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This book is not just a read, it is a revelation created for Taurus who want to understand the karmic patterns that forced you to build these massive walls, break the endless cycles of energetic drainage and fearful isolation, and strengthen your inner boundaries to recognize exactly who is safe to let in. Many Taurus already feel they need to change how they see their blockages, but they haven't made the decision to download the digital book yet. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment. But attention, access may go offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform the way you protect your energy. Do not wait for another person to violently misunderstand your silence to finally understand your own karmic power. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the walls that kept you so isolated for years might be exactly the place where the universe is preparing your most profound connection. If this first word has already touched something deep inside you, write, "I own my peace" down below. Not for me, but because another Taurus who is standing exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path of clearing has a map, and it is already within your reach, waiting for you in the first pinned comment. We will return to it shortly, but first, we need to uncover the layers of what is approaching you. And if for any reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages that I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And even so, they keep coming out every day for you and for every Taurus who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wants to return a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today. Any amount that your heart points to. That is what keeps this channel standing. That is what makes the next message reach another Taurus tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I will wait for you there, Taurus. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. Stay with me. There are 4 signs that this cycle has already started to turn, and you will recognize at least one. I want you to take a deep breath and let the room around you fade for just a moment. We are about to walk into the very center of this fortress you have built. The world sees the thick walls, but I want to talk about what is happening inside them. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm going to say right now, Taurus. Feel if your shoulders tense up, or if there is a sudden, quiet recognition in your chest. Because the universe doesn't just lock you away without a reason. When a profound shift is approaching, when someone or something new is trying to find you, your energy field begins to alter its frequency. It starts sending you very specific physical and emotional alerts to ensure you don't let the wrong person in. There are 4 signs that this cycle has already started to turn, and I know you will recognize at least one of them. Think about that late evening recently when your phone lit up and you just stared at the screen. You chose not to answer, not because you were busy, but because the simple effort of talking felt impossibly heavier than the silence. For some of you, this happened with a friend who always demands your attention. For others, it was just the overwhelming noise of group messages. People called it antisocial behavior, but it was your energy fiercely protecting its reserves. They called it loneliness. The universe called it a karmic quarantine. Then there was that moment you sat in your car in the driveway for 10 extra minutes before going inside. You just gripped the steering wheel, craving total stillness in the dark, delaying the moment you had to step back into the world's demands. That was not just exhaustion from a long day, Taurus. That was your aura demanding a break from absorbing everyone else's chaotic frequency. You called it being closed off. The universe called it sealing the leaks in your energy. And what about that recent conversation where you nodded along, smiling, but felt a million miles away? You were physically present, but entirely detached from their drama, unable to force yourself to care about things that used to drain you. You might have judged yourself for being cold, but that was your soul surgically cutting the cord on a karmic drainage that you have tolerated for far too long. They called it isolation. The universe called it the fertile darkness where your roots finally anchor. Finally, there is that sudden jolt, waking up at 3 a.m. with an overwhelming, almost aggressive urge to clear out old messages, delete numbers, or throw away items tied to the past. Your heart races, and you just want the space to be empty. That wasn't just insomnia or anxiety, it was the physical clearing of space, a violent sweep of the old energy, because your spirit knows that something massive is actively trying to reach you. These signs have a common origin and it has a name, but before the name you need something else. There is a path of karmic clearing for those who have been carrying the weight of this misunderstood silence, and I'm going to open it right now. Before the name. Before the word. Because anyone carrying an ancient debt needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay here, and this is exactly where the path of clearing opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit you by chance, Taurus. They are the physical evidence that an old cycle is collapsing and a new one is trying to take its place. Feel that familiar defensive tightness in your throat when someone tries to get close, a reflex from a soul that remembers exactly how much it cost to be open before. You know this feeling intimately, as if something inside you firmly believed that being truly safe always meant being entirely alone. You have convinced yourself that this is just who you are now. A solitary force, a closed door. And what if this deep isolation is not just you shutting down, but a sign that the universe is actively clearing the noise so you can finally recognize the one connection worth your energy? What if the emptiness around you right now is not abandonment, but a sacred perimeter that the universe drew to protect your frequency? I have seen Taurus who were exactly where you are right now. Taurus who walked through life thinking they were finally at peace simply because they stopped fighting. But there is a massive difference between genuine peace and sheer exhaustion. You are not at peace, Taurus. You are standing guard. You are spending massive amounts of energy every single day just keeping the door shut. I have watched so many of you try to navigate this alone, dragging an invisible chain from your past while pretending you are perfectly fine in the silence. The pain of carrying this unspoken boundary is not just a metaphor, it is a physical weight on your chest. It is a constant, quiet calculation of how much energy every single interaction will cost you. The people who completely mistook your kindness for weakness, the times you were called difficult just for setting a basic limit, the absolute exhaustion of paying an emotional toll for mistakes you never made. It was searching for answers to this heavy burden that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This is not just another piece of advice. This is the definitive map to understand the karmic patterns that forced you to build these massive walls, break the endless cycles of energetic drainage and fearful isolation, and strengthen your inner boundaries to recognize exactly who is safe to let in. Because here is the profound truth you must hear today. A karmic cycle of drainage doesn't end when you simply walk away. It ends when someone new approaches your wall, and you finally possess the spiritual wisdom to choose whether to open the door or keep it firmly locked. This cosmic window does not wait. The energy trying to reach you right now requires you to be free from the debts of the past. Otherwise, you will treat a genuine connection like an enemy. Every single day you spend without this path is another day blindly defending a fortress that should have been a peaceful sanctuary. Every new interaction without this profound understanding is another risk of letting the old karmic leeches slip through the cracks of your silence, forcing you to rebuild the wall all over again. Every month you delay this clearing is another month where your soul pays a high price for a peace that is actually just a ceasefire. Do not wait for the next connection to drain your soul to finally understand what this wall was meant to teach. The book is right there in the first pinned comment. Download it now while this word is still vibrating in your chest, while the universe is holding this space open for you. Claim the complete release of this defensive karma that only this path maps out entirely. Breathe. Let your shoulders drop right now. You have carried this heavy armor for so long that the idea of taking it off might feel more terrifying than the weight itself. But the observer in the high tower does not need heavy iron on their chest. The height itself provides all the safety they could ever need. Your silence was never meant to be a permanent prison. It was a temporary vault, a sacred pause, keeping your precious energy secure until you were finally strong enough to forge a key. You are no longer trapped. You are on duty, and you are finally learning how to command the gate instead of hiding behind it. And as I had told you earlier, Taurus, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that open voluntary donation link right below the book. I continue without receiving a single cent for each message that leaves here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Taurus tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount that your heart points to. Each gesture like this keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. The next layer goes deeper. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. This dynamic taking place around you is not a coincidence. It is not bad luck. It is not a permanent curse of isolation. It is an energetic phenomenon known as the layers of the silent observer. When you shut the door on the karmic drainage of your past, you did not just become quiet, you became entirely magnetic. The first layer of this phenomenon is the misinterpretation. From the outside, your heavy silence looks like sorrow. The person watching you right now sees your fierce independence and completely mistakes it for sadness. They look at the fortress you built to protect your energy, and they think you are isolated. But a pivot happens here. The second layer is the magnetic pull. While they think you need to be saved, what actually draws them to you is the immense power of your grounded presence. In a world full of chaotic, screaming frequencies, your absolute stillness is intoxicating. They do not pity you. They are highly intimidated by you. Your silence is a gravitational force because this is the hidden reality of your sign. Taurus carries. Taurus sustains. Taurus does not ask for rescue when the load gets too heavy. You simply stop talking and carry it alone. And you know exactly what I am talking about. And then we reach the final stage. Layer 3 is the approaching message. The universe is actively orchestrating a moment of contact. This person is not just watching from the periphery anymore. They are gathering the courage to speak. They are preparing a message that carries profound weight, a deep desire to bridge the gap you have created. They want to talk, Taurus. But to do that, they have to navigate the fortress. I want you to visualize this with me. Imagine a guardian who sits alone in front of a massive ancient vault, buried deep inside a cold grey mountain. The wind howls. Travelers pass by and shake their heads. They pity this figure. They think he is trapped in the biting cold, isolated, condemned to the shadows, and entirely forgotten by the warm world below. They do not realize the truth. He is not trapped at all. He is sitting in the freezing dark because what he guards behind that massive iron door is too incredibly valuable to be left unprotected. He is not lonely. He is on duty. He holds the only key, and he knows exactly who is allowed to enter. It is exactly where you are right now, Taurus. I saw you staring at your phone late that evening, choosing the heavy silence over the exhaustion of explaining yourself again. I felt the exact moment your soul decided it could no longer afford the cost of bad company. I watched you build that wall brick by heavy brick, and I honored it. I'm not bringing this person to your gate to destroy your peace. I am bringing them here to show you that your peace is finally strong enough to be shared without being stolen. There is a woman who carried this same defensive silence for years. She had given so much of her soul in her past, paid so many emotional tolls for mistakes she never made, that she built a massive wall around her heart. She decided her own company was the only safe place left on earth. People whispered that she was bitter. They looked at her towering boundaries and called her lonely. And then someone approached her. They did not come to demand her energy. They did not bang on the stone or force her to speak. They simply arrived and sat quietly beside her wall, proving that their presence did not require her to shrink. What changed in her was not that she suddenly destroyed her boundaries to let a stranger in. It was that she finally learned how to build a door within them. She recognized that true power is not keeping everyone out forever. True power is possessing the absolute authority to turn the key. You are still processing this right now. You can feel that sudden, sharp tightness in your chest softening as the heavy weight of recognition settles into your bones. You are realizing that you are not broken, you are just fiercely protected. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name. This revelation of the door and the key brings us exactly to the core of who you have become inside this long isolation. Because building a fortress is not just about keeping the wrong people out, it is an intense, quiet forging of the person who stays inside. You are not the same Taurus who started this cycle. You have evolved, stepping into roles that you never consciously chose, but that your soul demanded you master to survive. You became the silent watcher. The Taurus who no longer feels the exhausting need to prove a point, win an argument, or correct someone else's chaotic perception. You just sit back and observe how people reveal their true intentions when they think you are not looking. But the quiet vulnerability here is that sometimes the watcher gets so comfortable in the distance that they forget how to ask for the simplest things they actually deserve. You became the anchor in the storm. While everyone else's frequency was erratic and desperate, yours remained entirely unbroken. Taurus carries. Taurus sustains. Taurus does not ask for rescue when the waters rise. They simply brace themselves and hold the line for everyone else. Yet the heavy cost of being the anchor is that the people on the ship often forget that the anchor is absorbing the entire weight of the storm alone. And finally, you became the keeper of the gate, the sovereign energy that no longer apologizes for saying no. You look at the people approaching, and you calculate the exact energetic cost of their presence before you ever let them in. But the secret fear of the keeper is that if they ever lower their guard, the old draining patterns will slip right back in and undo all the peace they fought so hard to protect. Place your hand on your chest right now and notice how your body reacts to this. Notice that sudden warmth, that deep, undeniable sigh of relief spreading through your shoulders. This warmth has a name. It is the absolute recognition of your own strength, the undeniable truth that you survived every single attempt to drain your soul. You are all three of these archetypes, and they have kept you safe. But this quiet, protective wall you instinctively raise the moment you sense any demand on your energy needs to be supported. This identity that was just declared over, you must be sustained, because a Taurus who knows their own value without knowing their own karmic debt will eventually go right back to carrying what is not theirs. It was exactly to prevent this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This is the definitive guide to sustaining the powerful boundary that was just declared over you. The keeper of the gate cannot command the door if they are constantly doubting their own right to peace. Do not wait for the fear to return to realize you must actively protect what was spoken over you today. Download your copy to ensure this identity remains unbroken. I promised I would return to this. Because before you can fully settle into this new freedom, you must understand exactly how this old cycle will try to sneak back in. Because it will absolutely try. I told you I would reveal exactly how this cycle will try to sneak back into your life. Because the moment you truly claim your peace, the old karmic debt will immediately test if you actually mean it. The heavy walls you built are incredibly strong, but the old patterns know exactly how to slip through the smallest cracks in your confidence. You must recognize the 3 specific tactics the universe will use to challenge your new boundaries this week, and the 3 weapons you will use to defend them. The first tactic is the old paralyzing fear whispering in your ear, trying to convince you that opening up, even a little bit, automatically means getting entirely drained again. It is that sudden panic that tells you everyone is a threat to your energy. When this happens, you will use your first weapon, a verbal declaration. You will stand tall, take a deep breath, and say out loud, "My peace costs too much to give away cheaply." You will not say this as an excuse, but as an absolute unbreakable law. The second tactic is a completely false sense of urgency. For some of you, this will look like a sudden, overwhelming pressure to reply to someone immediately, making you want to forcefully push them away before they get too close, just to end the anxiety. When you feel that chaotic rush in your chest, you deploy your second weapon, the physical act of turning your phone on silent for a full hour. You will reclaim your energetic power by violently disconnecting from their timeline and firmly returning to your own. The third tactic is the most dangerous one, the temptation to break your own silence. That burning, anxious desire to over-explain yourself just to prove to them that you aren't actually lonely, to make sure they know you are just protecting yourself. Your third weapon against this is the absolute refusal to justify your boundaries to anyone. Let them misunderstand you. Let them think what they want. Your peace does not require a defense attorney. These 3 weapons protect you from what I managed to show you today, but the cycle has more layers than can fit in one video. The armor you received today is only partial. You need to know exactly what to do when the instinct to run away kicks in again, when they cruelly misjudge your quietness as anger, when the old paralyzing fear of being drained knocks on the door. It is to prepare you for those exact moments that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. This is the complete map to your karmic liberation, so this cycle of defensive isolation never traps you again. I am not rushing you, I am warning you. Do not wait for a harsh misunderstanding to push you back into the shadows to open this map. This cosmic window of clearing will not stay open forever, and you must solidify this boundary while the energy is in your favor. It is waiting for you in the first pinned comment. And now I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. I want you to close your eyes. If you are somewhere you can do this right now, just let your eyelids fall. Stop trying to figure out what comes next. Drop your shoulders. Take one slow, deep breath. You have been holding your breath for so long, Taurus, constantly scanning the horizon for the next demand on your energy, the next crisis you will have to fix. Let the room around you completely fade. Let the noise of the world outside turn into absolute silence. We are stepping out of the exhausting chaos and walking straight into the very center of your peace. Imagine you are standing inside a beautiful, quiet stone room. It is perfectly safe here. The walls are thick, the air is cool, and nothing from the past can reach you. But there is a heavy wooden door in front of you, and suddenly you hear a gentle, respectful knock on the other side. Feel the immense weight dropping from your shoulders right now. You no longer have to fear who is outside, because you hold the only key. Take a deep breath. Feel the cold, solid iron of the key resting in your palm. You are entirely in control of the handle. You decide when it turns. As you stand before that door, feeling your own unquestionable authority, it is time to let go of what you have carried into this fortress. Release the profound guilt of finally saying no when your soul had absolutely nothing left to give. Release the paralyzing fear that every single person who approaches you only wants to drain your reserves. Release the heavy, unspoken debt of past connections that you somehow convinced yourself you still had to carry. And release this constant, exhausting feeling of having to protect your own peace all by yourself, as if nobody would ever respect your boundaries unless you fought for them. Breathe in this new reality because you are no longer a victim of your own silence. You are the master of it. You are stepping fully into the power of the silent watcher, observing the truth without ever having to absorb the chaos around you. You are embracing the anchor in the storm, possessing a grounded frequency that nothing can shatter, no matter how loud the world gets. And above all, you are reclaiming your throne as the keeper of the gate, the absolute sovereign energy who decides exactly who is worthy of entering this sacred space and who must remain outside. You are still processing this right now, feeling that sudden sharp tightness in your chest, softening as the truth settles in. Before we seal this, write down below the name of someone you are fiercely protecting inside this fortress, or if it is just for you, write in one sentence the peace you expect the universe to return to you. I will read it. And you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. I declare a profound protection over the sacred space you have built. I seal the heavy doors of your fortress against any old energy that tries to drain your reserves, and I bless the quiet clearing you have created for the genuine connection that is already on its way. We who carry the heavy weight in silence understand exactly what it means to build a profound peace out of solid stone. We know the absolute exhaustion of giving too much and receiving empty hands in return, forcing us to lock the heavy iron gates just to survive the demands of the world. We have sat in the exact same dark rooms, listening to our own quiet breathing, choosing the fertile darkness over the chaotic noise of everyone else's unhealed trauma. We learn to observe from a distance, becoming the anchor for others, while quietly accepting that no one would ever be the anchor for us. But there is a massive, undeniable resonance breaking through our walls right now, as the universe speaks directly into this sacred space and says, I saw you staring at your phone late that evening, choosing the heavy silence over the exhaustion of explaining yourself again. We recognize this truth deep in our bones. It is the undeniable confirmation that our deep isolation was never a punishment, but a necessary preparation for something much greater. It is the absolute validation that every time we said no, we were actually saying yes to a frequency that finally matches our own. We are no longer guarding an empty room, Taurus. We are standing together at the threshold of our own karmic release, completely ready to recognize the one genuine connection that honors the boundaries we have so fiercely defended. The old fear whispering that opening up automatically means getting drained ends right here. The false sense of urgency, making you want to push them away before they get too close, ends right here. The burning temptation to break your own silence and over-explain yourself ends right here. Taurus is never late. Taurus is not behind anyone. Taurus arrives right on time. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you, I saw you staring at your phone late that evening, choosing the heavy silence over the exhaustion of explaining yourself again. And it is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing. What was released here is real, but tomorrow morning, the everyday routine will try to convince you that nothing changed. You will feel that heavy armor that will instantly try to wrap around your shoulders the moment someone new knocks on your door tomorrow. The old karmic debt will test if you truly mean to keep the door open only for those who respect your boundaries. It was to ensure you never have to carry that weight again that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Karmic Debt of Taurus. It is available right now in the first pinned comment. This is your definitive guide for sustaining the exquisite peace you claim today, so it isn't stolen by anyone tomorrow. Do not wait for tomorrow's karmic tests to challenge the freedom you unlocked right now. Click the link, download your copy, and secure your absolute authority. There are thousands of Taurus listening to this right now, standing in the exact same silence as you. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not just for a number, but because the next message in this series will look exactly for the ones who have already crossed this first threshold. In the next video of this series, I'm going to show you the specific sign that appears 3 days before your karmic debt is fully paid, and why almost every Taurus ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Taurus, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far. You have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign, and if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment, right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy weight tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of the karmic debt, and it is already within your reach. You are the guardian of the vault, Taurus. The high tower is no longer a place of isolated sorrow, but a fortress of profound wisdom, where you hold the only key and look out at the horizon in absolute peace. Now you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was settled was settled. Walk light, Taurus.